Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. And today I want to resume my Pandora Collection videos based on a color theme. I've done green, I've done orange, but I thought today I would share all of the red that I have in my Pandora Collection. And here is a quick view of everything that I have pulled out to share with you. So let's get started right away, as we do have a lot to look at. And also I just want to make a note that I'm not going to provide the names of everything, just to kind of make this video a little bit faster. But if you are curious in a particular item, just leave me a comment below and I can track that name down for you. I'm going to start by randomly pulling things out of that tray, and the first one is this winter bracelet design that has one little touch of red, actually maybe two. So the first charm here is the gingerbread house. This one is a new release from Pandora, this winter collection 2022. And at the top of this charm, you can see that there's kind of like a peppermint or a candy stripe in that frosting on top. So you've got the red enamel that kind of spins around. There's a little bit of a red candy there, and I really like the colors of this charm, and I think it's beautiful on this bracelet, and it combines with the other colors so well. Another little touch of red is on this mittens dangle, and of course they're turning the other way. 1 second here. Some of these charms, I wasn't sure to call it pink or a pinky red or an orange red, but just to be totally complete, I decided to include it in this video. One such charm is this mittens dangle here. So the little hearts on the mittens. I think it's a pinky red. Some people would say it's just pink, but we'll see. So the way that the mittens hang, I think is so unique, and it's a really well done charm. Here is a rod of Muranos. These are the glitter Muranos, and you've got the mint glitter right here, but these are the red glitter. And I was absolutely thrilled to get these three. I believe they were in a 50% off sale. It's kind of an orangey red, and the glitter is a nice bronze color. And as I rotate these Muranos, you can see that some have a little bit more glitter than others. And I just keep meaning to design with these. I think they would go really well with two tones. And I do need to make more of a point of using these Muranos. Next is a red leather bracelet, and it has a train that's on here. So this is one of those double charms. The train charm is so unique, and Pandora must have created quite a bit, because I think it is still available on Rue La La. I see this charm pop up, and you can see how the train is just connected right in the bottom there. And it is a hefty charm. It's like getting two charms in one. So this red leather is actually one of my first leather purchases from Pandora. I really like the color of this red. I think it's the perfect shade. And I really enjoy just having this little train charm just kind of loosely flow around. Next up is another leather bracelet. This one is the black leather in my favorite leather design that Pandora has created. And on here I have a few red charms. So I do have the cherries to face me, so that's why they look upside down. This is a long retired older clip, and you've got that enamel for the cherries, and it repeats on both sides. And then, so I've got a pair of those on here. This is my summer fruit design. And then we've got the strawberry. The strawberry is so cute. The enamel on this is amazing, how it shows like the little dimples of the strawberry seeds. And then you've got that stem and leaves on top. It's so well done. I love this charm, and it is still available with Pandora. And another charm that is still available, I believe this is actually the back of the charm, it's the cherry dangle. And look how nice that shade of red is. It's just perfect. But they also complemented it with the perfect shade of green for the leaves. And yeah, so these are all the red items on this bracelet design. This is my classic Mickey and Minnie bracelet design. And of course, there's a lot of red on here. So we'll start at this end with Mickey Mouse. And Mickey is actually a fairly recent addition for me. He's so cute. Look at that smile. And of course he has his little red outfit, and it rotates around to both sides. This here is part of the mother-daughter dangle, and this is of course the mother portion, and it's that nice deep rich red enamel. And then the back of this split charm has those raised dot features, or bubbles if you want to call it, with the oxidization in the background. And then we come to this Murano. This is the mini Murano. And so the ears have the little white polka dots in that red ears, and it's really well done. These Muranos are hard to find now. And then we come to a pendant, Mickey pendant right here, and it's just smooth at the back with a hallmark. My only wish with this pendant is sometimes the ears get caught like that. I wish it was just, I don't know, like I know not all pendants are suitable for bracelets, but I'm not worried about it becoming damaged, but I just wish it was just a little bit longer so it didn't turn sideways like that. The centerpiece of this bracelet, I'm not sure if this Murano here with all the hearts is red or kind of like a cherry red, I guess. It's not a true red, but I thought it worked really well with the other Muranos, and so I've got that in the centerpiece. This is the locket, and one of these petites is the Minnie Mouse with the red bow. This next charm I was very fortunate to find on Poshmark quite a while ago, and you've got the red hearts. It's just really well done. Pandora does not do enough black enamel. Like, look at the contrast. And sometimes your eyes just need a resting point, I think, with some darker colors on a bracelet. And then we come to Minnie Mouse, and she was either my first or second Disney baby, and I got her long before Mickey, and she is in the center of this bracelet. Her bow is like precious, her little outfit, her eyelashes, everything about her is just precious. So because I have the Mickey pendant over here, I also have the Minnie pendant, and with a lot more polka dots. And here is the other part of that mother-daughter dangle. So this one says daughter, and it just goes on the other side of the other. And I just split them apart on this bracelet. And then the safety chain has a little touch of red in the bow here on either side. This next bracelet is my animal safari bracelet, and of course I've got all of these animal print Muranos on here, and I was thinking that this one in particular, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I want to call it the Siberian tiger, but I might be wrong. But I'm thinking that that has some red tones in there inside this Murano, the stripes with the white. These are just absolutely amazing Muranos. I'm really fortunate that I was collecting Pandora at the time that these were released. This is my snowman and stars bracelet theme, and so it is a winter theme, but it also is celestial. And I believe there is a little touch of red on this snowman right here. And I really like this guy. He's got the red scarf and it just wraps around his body, and he's really sweet. I know not a lot of people liked the white enamel, but I think he works really well. He ties in really well with the other snowmans as well. So he's a snowman, he's a snowman, and this one's probably my least favorite snowman on here. I don't know, there's something about the proportion of his head. I don't know, there's something about that one, but he's still cute, but probably my least favorite out of the three. I'm very fortunate to have all 12 birthday blooms in my collection for the birthday bloom rings. And this is January, and Pandora for the birthday blooms, they used actual gemstones, not just a CZ. So this is garnet. So because they use gemstones, there is some variation in the garnets. I believe this one's a little bit darker than this one. And I was very fortunate to get a second one of this ring, and I have them in 2 different sizes so they can fit multiple fingers. Now that I'm looking at this ring through my phone camera, I'm thinking this might be more pinky purple than kind of a red pink like it looked last night. This is the Hidden Romance ring. I managed to find this one pre-loved locally, and it is a little bit of a different shape, but so comfortable to wear. So I was gonna try to fix the shape and make it a little bit more round again, but the way it is shaped, it is so comfortable to wear. And so maybe I'll actually just put it on for the rest of this video. This is my cream or ivory leather bracelet, and on here I have 3 of the vines charms. The one in the middle is actually called Red Vines, although it is a bit of an orangey red. And I think it combines really well with the other. This one is definitely not as popular. Hardly ever see this color come up. It's called Beige Vines, and then of course the blue. This is my Lion King bracelet design, and there is a little touch of red in Simba here. So this is Simba all grown up, and Pandora used a little bit of red on his nose. And here's another rod of Muranos. Most of these are long retired. And so at the end here, we've got the little pink base with the red flowers. I believe these were just called the pink and red flowers, or flowers for you. And so I have a pair of them, and there is some variation in them, especially with the flowers and how big or small they are. And then this one is Stepping Stone. So the red base, and it's kind of like a pink tone on top. And then we have an old Murano here with the hearts, the row of hearts going all the way around. These ones here are called the Coral Captivating Murano. I believe they're called the Coral. So you do have the orange combined with the red. It's kind of an orangey red as well. There is some size difference between these two. And I do like to create bracelet designs with these in the summertime. And then we have the red Fascinating Murano. And I just have the one, and you can see that little shadow at the core there. So it looks like it got a little bit of water damage. I can't remember if I purchased this one brand new or pre-loved, but when I first purchased Pandora, I used to put my Muranos inside water to soak. I didn't know any better, so I might have caused some of this core damage because I believe water gets inside and then it kind of settles in at the core. And then this is like a really fun Murano. It's the polka dot Murano, or raised dots. But you can see the profile here, how those little dots are on top of the glass. And so that does make it a lot more delicate, because sometimes you do see these pre-loved, but they've been knocked off or cracked off. This next bracelet, I believe, is a retired style now with the bangle with the slider here. And then I put all of my Spider-Man charms on here. So this one here is recently released, and it's such a well done charm. And I think it's a decent price point as well. You can see the web detail and Spider-Man there. He's got his hands raised up, releasing that web. And look at the side. Isn't that good? And then you've got the city scene on the back. So I paired it with the black Murano for now. And then the dangle, I've got Spider-Man dangling. Do you see how he's hanging on to his, I'm gonna call it spider web there, or spider thread? I'm not sure what to call it. But just the way that he's got his legs bent, and you can see his hands gripping on, or his hand gripping on there. And just really well done. There is a little bit of variation on this charm on the how deep the enamel is and how dark that color of that, you see that kind of the suit there, the pattern on the suit. There's a little bit of a variation on how much that stands out. And then the back of Spider-Man, you've actually got his little spider symbol there. And then this is the selfie camera, and he's got the web going around. And then the back of this one, you've got the photo that was taken, and he's taking a selfie of himself, and he's got his two fingers raised up like that. And another charm I decided to add to this bracelet is actually this charm right here with the little locks and the chain link fence. I thought it worked really well because it kind of matches the same style as this Spider-Man. I don't know, there was something that was kind of like a similar pattern for me with the chain link and the web, and it just seemed to fit this bracelet design for me. So I also decided to check out my Essence collection, and I only have one Essence charm or bead that has red on it, and it's just this one here, and it's like a red pave. And actually I've got three of the paves, and then this one here, this one has a missing stone, the Infinity. Yeah, it's only got one missing stone, and I put them on this kind of fabric cord, or maybe it's leather. And yeah, so this one here, I'm not a huge fan of the pave with the Essence line. I do prefer the gemstones, but I think it looks kind of nice and a little bit toned down on the black leather or fabric. I'm not sure what that material is. And here is a very full Disney design. So I have been reworking a few bracelets and I'll share this one with you in another video. But right here is Lilo and she's got her red Hawaiian shirt on. And that's, I think, the only touch of red that I have on this bracelet. Oh, not true. Also on the up house here. So this is the back of the house where it says adventure, but some of those balloons are red. And what I like about this up house is putting it in the center of the bracelet. You can pull out so many different colors out of that balloons there, and it just kind of ties it all in. So just having that multiple colors, I can now use multiple colors on this design, and it just looks a little bit more cohesive having this charm. Here is an oxidized bracelet full of birthday blooms. And my goodness, I love the birthday blooms. I love the rings, I love the charms, and I do not collect the earrings. But right here, I only have one red birthday bloom for garnet. And this one's a really nice and clear garnet. It's very pretty. So you get three stones per birthday bloom. And these are weighty charms. Like, I wish you could feel the weight of this bracelet. Being that it is such a heavy bracelet, I do want to put a safety chain on here. And one of my newer bracelet designs is actually for Winnie the Pooh here. And I've got two Winnie the Pooh charms that have a little touch of red on them. This first one here is the newest release. And so Pandora did the 14 karat gold plated Winnie the Pooh, and they made his shirt bright. It is a bright red and it goes all the way around like so. And then on this older Winnie the Pooh charm, he's sitting in a honey pot and you can see a little sliver of his shirt. So this next bracelet design might be stretching it a little bit, but there is red in these Muranos. So this is my cherry blossom bracelet design, and this one is definitely in my top 5 favorite bracelets that I own. The colors on here are just fantastic, the way they all blend together with the little bits of pearl as well. And so in these Muranos, if I turn the Murano on its side, do you see at the base of those flowers, that little red at the center? Isn't that well done? And then that's how it looks if you look at the Muranos like straight on. So you do see a little bit of red straight on, but more so if you glance at these Muranos from the side. This bracelet is dedicated to my son, and it does have little touches of red on here, so it's red and green. And this charm here, I believe, is Mushu. And Mushu is not on here because of that movie. He's on here to represent my son's bearded dragons. And I shared his bearded dragon, I think, in the thumbnail of our video. So Pandora doesn't do a lot of lizard charms or, you know, anything of that nature. So Mushu on here is to represent that pet. And then I also have the red ladybug Murano. And this one here is so pretty. You've got the little red ladybugs with the black dots, the white eyes. The white eyes are a little bit raised up, as you can see. Not much, just a little bit. And it just goes around the whole perimeter of the Murano. And in the center of this gingerbread man, so my son is a runner. He absolutely loves to run. He's so fast. I keep thinking he should be entering into competitions, but he only runs for fun, which is fine. And in the center of this gingerbread man dangle is a red heart. And yeah, so that's what this gingerbread man represents, is just my son's running. So I've added a few charms to this charm rod here, and we'll start at this end. And I believe this one is called the Christmas puppy, or I can't remember what, holiday puppy maybe. So you've got the little red hat on top of the puppy, and he looks extremely happy. And then we've got the pine cone with the red bow, and the color of this enamel is so nice. It's just the perfect shade of red. And look at that textured detail and oxidization on that pine cone. It's just a really well done charm. And then we come to one of the Dalmatian Disney babies. He's got a red collar, and it does go all the way around. This dangle here is the koi fish, and I have not found a permanent home for this little fish. I really enjoy the fish keeping hobby. I do have 3 tanks now in my house. 2 kind of nano tanks that house betta fish. I absolutely love betta fish in 5 gallons. They just mesmerize me. And then I do have a bigger community tank. So that's what this charm represents to me. And he is holding on to a 14 karat gold coin, I believe, at the bail there. And I do know this is a more delicate charm, and I do try to be really careful where I put it on a bracelet design. I wasn't sure on this flip-flop if it's a red CZ or maybe it's pink, but I decided to include it here. And this charm here is in desperate need of polishing. I haven't used it on a design in a while. It's the lighthouse. And I used to think that the lighthouse alternated red and kind of like a white enamel, but it's actually just red striped enamel with silver in between. And it does go all the way around this whole charm. Another one of the red vines. And this charm here, I'm on the fence about this charm. I haven't had a home for it for a very long time. So I keep thinking I should rehome this charm, but yet I still have it in my collection. This is the older strawberries charm, and you've got, of course, the red enamel with the silver little speckles on it. And then we come to these cabochon kiss spacers, the red garnet. And of course, because it's a gemstone, you have some variation in that garnet. This one's a little bit deeper than this one. But I love seeing the differences in the gemstones. I think that makes these cabochon kiss spacers so unique. Okay, we are almost done. We're almost in the home stretch here. So here is another locket. And I do have a little red petite there, just for a little bit of color combined in with some initials. This bracelet design here is a bit of a work in progress. I threw on some Beauty and the Beast charms. I've got some mother of pearl combined with some silver enamel. Yeah, it's a little bit all over the place. Even some fuchsia, some gold tones. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to be going with it, but for now I'm kind of enjoying it the way it is, and I haven't quite added in the second red hearts Murano that I recently purchased yet. So right here, of course, is that little touch of red with these red Muranos. Highly recommend these. They're stunning, absolutely stunning. Like, look at the effect on a bracelet. They're just amazing Muranos. And then these are an older clip, and I can't remember the name. Oh, I thought I used the clip that had the little red stone inside, but I didn't. These are the green peridot. So somewhere I left it out, I guess. I've got a clip with the little red stone. And right here is a little older heart dangle with red CZs. So a few more red charms on this rod here, and this is my second of the Murano. Love them so much. This is the infinity heart with the red CZs that go around, and you've got the infinity symbol on all sides, even from the sides where the bracelet goes through. And I know Pandora is releasing a bracelet clasp with this exact same design. It's a gorgeous design. Now these, I'm thinking that there is some red CZs inside this charm. So it's the raised hearts and full of CZs as well. Very blingy charm. It's kind of, you know, I'm not usually drawn to this much bling, but this charm is so beautiful. And look at it with this infinity heart here. It's gorgeous. And then we've got the red CZ right here. Red CZ heart, and they all tie in nicely. And these, I think Pandora first advertised these as red heart clips. And I did buy these pre-loved, and after I received them, I noticed that there is right there, do you see those two clear CZs right there? So isn't that funny? Either they fell out and the previous owner replaced them but couldn't find red, or it was a manufacturing mistake. But I don't know, like if you guys have any CZ charms that you've lost one, do you go to your jeweler store and get them to replace them? Because I have never done that. But mind you, I haven't lost a lot of CZs. I'm thinking there's only one dangle that I'm thinking that I have right now that's missing one. And also that one essence charm, but I wouldn't pay money to get that one fixed. This next bracelet design I think of as my red robin bracelet design has quite a bit of red on here, and I think I'm going to be taking this one apart and redesigning with it this spring. So we'll start at this end of the bracelet, right in the center of this big beautiful spacer. And can you believe they called that a spacer back in the day? Like, look how big that is. There's a red stone in there, and I want to call it a garnet. I could be wrong, but yeah, I remember that that's not a CZ in the center. And then we have the apple full of red CZs going all the way around, and then the green CZ on the stem there on the leaf. These are the older cinnamon heart flowers for you, I believe, and it's a really neat shade of red. It's not bright by any means. Let me just compare the other Murano to it. So now you can see the difference. So this one's more of a brick red compared to this deeper red right here. And then in the centerpiece of this bracelet, I have the garnet eye. So look how big those garnets are. And there's two, one on either side. And then here is my robin. So the robin actually has a red heart on his chest and little clear CZ eyes, his little feet, his little tail. He's just really cute, really well done. And I'm thinking with the new spring collection, I might want to incorporate him into a new design. And then moving down the bracelet, we have another one of these Muranos. And then here is the ladybug. Ladybug with some red CZs and black CZs for the little dots. And look at the little feet. Feet? Yeah, we'll call them feet. And then another one of the spacers. This last bracelet design is full of silver and red. I really like the combination of red and silver together. And this is kind of like a family bracelet, loosely based, but yeah, definitely I think more of a family bracelet. And it goes with that theme of hearts, a lot of red hearts on here and other touches of red. So right here is the gingerbread man, and he's got a little red scarf, and he just kind of covers up the threads on the clasp, and he's just kind of cookies, I guess. I don't know, but something about him makes me want to put him on this bracelet. And then we have the little piggy charm, and he represents the guinea pigs. My daughter had a herd of four females, and unfortunately you don't want to say favorite, but her most bonded pig passed away last week. And so she only has one little piggy left out of the four. So we were all sad. But yeah, so that's what this little piggy charm represents, is the guinea pigs in our life. And they're just adorable, especially like if you give them a big enough enclosure. And we gave them a herd because pigs are very social animals. Oh my goodness, their personalities, they're just really fun, but they take up space. So they were in our basement and they did take up a lot of space. Very loud little squeakers. And here is the beaver with the little Canadian red maple leaf. And look at the pattern on this maple leaf. Let me see how close I can get. Do you see it, that pattern? Pandora did a fantastic job. Like, they could have made it a solid red maple leaf, but they didn't. They gave it that veining detail. And so my son went to a school that there was a chain link fence, and on the other side of the fence there was a creek, and there was a resident beaver. And he entertained the kids all the time with his antics of dragging wood and making little bridges in that creek. And then we have the Love Notes charm, and it's got the little red heart on the top. This one is so sweet. So the pages don't want to turn that easily because, you know, it's silver, but it says I love. The little marks there are where it needs polishing. It always seems to tarnish inside these book charms a little easier. And then to turn the last page is you. The next charm on here is one that I received in my last anniversary. It's a gift from my daughter, and it's the playing cards. So we like to play games in our family, and we play a lot of card games. And then we go to the centerpiece of this bracelet, and right in the center here is an older little dangle that's got me and you. And some of these enamels are lighter and some are darker. Mine's kind of right in the middle. And right here, of course, we've got a little moose, the Canadian moose. He's got his white maple leaf at the back of that red shirt. He's so cute, so well done. And we do have a lot of moose that wander around where I live. Up in the hills, we all hope they stay. And then we got the mixed tape. And then, so it's got mixed tape with the word Pandora and a little red heart. And my husband is more of a music lover than I am. He always has to have music playing in the background, always. So this one is more for him. And then we've got the hot cocoa. Living in Canada, we definitely have winter. The amount of snow varies, but yeah, so here's the hot cocoa charm. Little red heart and little bits of red on that peppermint candy inside. We also have a little pet dog who's snoring behind me right now, so I'm not sure if you ever hear him in my videos. And so this is the dog house, and it's got like a matching red heart at the back, and the roof detail is really cute. And the last charm on here is a little teddy bear, and he's got his own little cup of cocoa. Do you see that? He's holding his own little cup of cocoa with a little red heart on that mug. His little feet detail, like so cute. I wish Pandora, like they put all this work into the red enamel of his outfit, even down to like a little zigzag stripe and I don't know. I just wish that they put a little black enamel for his eyes and nose. I think that just would have pushed this charm right up over the top of cuteness. And so this one just represents the love of stuffies. Both of my kids were huge into their stuffies. And that's what this charm represents on this bracelet. So this is everything that I shared with you, and I do really like red and silver together. So this is all of the red that I have in my Pandora collection. And leave me a comment below. Let me know if you have any other collection video ideas that you would like me to share. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Take care. Bye-bye.